Ms. Collins, if you could please give your introduction.
Hello everyone, I am Tracy Collins. I am current council member of Ward 4 in Woodstock. Since 2008, we have cut the operational budget of the city. We have created a recreation department. We've expanded the hotel tax to fund the Main Street program. We have reduced the cost of city concerts. We have started the construction of the Green Prince Trail system. We have started construction of the Ridge Walk interchange. We have completed the first phase of the downtown streetscapes. We've developed a plan for the amphitheater. We have brought city council meetings back downtown into the renovated chambers that is solar powered. I am seeking re-election for another 4-year term because I would like to finish the things that we have completed. Some of these things we have started, I would like to finish completing them, such as the Green Prince Trail. I would also like to finish the completion of the Arnold Mill Town Lake widening, see the completion of the I-575 interchange, and the completion of the amphitheater. And we have just demolished in the last 2 days the apartments that were flooded several years ago, and possibly turn that into a dog park. So there are several things that on the agenda that we have that we'd like to complete over the next 4 years. So that's why I'm seeking another 4-year term of re-election.
Thank you very much.
Okay. I'm Liz Baxter, and I have served previously 12 years on the City Council in Woodstock. And we started a lot of the projects that Tracy's talking about. And I'm real happy that she has continued with them, especially with the exchange at Road Mill and the park. That was the Road Mill Park. I was instrumental in getting that 500 acres into the city of Woodstock. Running because I would like to see a little bit better handle on the finances. I think that all of us can cut back, and I think the city is definitely one that can cut back also. The budget has been cut back, but the debt has increased. And I think that's important to know that the two don't go together, and you can't borrow your way out of debt. And it's time for us to start paying back some of the debt and cut spending in the meantime and keep the budget at a minimum.
Thank you very much. Marie?
Ms. Collins, the city in 2009 moved to the former Robert Harris Homes building on Highway 92 to provide more space for city staff. Also that year, as part of its promise to return to downtown, the city purchased the Woodstock Community Church Complex. What do you think the city should do with the Robert Harris Homes building once it completes the development of the complex as its future city hall? And what other types of renovations or construction projects would you like to see?
Well, we purchased the Robert Harris Home building because we needed, the current city hall had mold issues on the police side, so we were going to have to do some major repairs on that. So we purchased the Robert Harris Homes with everything inside of it, including the walls, the tables, the desk, everything came with it. We have moved everything over there. That's where our court is held. That is where the city staff, you could go to one stop instead of having to go down to the building department to get a building permit and come back to City Hall to get another permit. Everything is in one stop. The city council meetings have been moved back downtown, and currently the Elm Street Town Lake Arts are using the current auditorium for their plays and all those things. So eventually, when they potentially develop the Elm Street program, they will move out, and then we haven't actually decided yet what we're going to do without, or right now we don't have the funds to do it. So it's not like we're just out spending whatever. We don't have the funds at this time to move everything back downtown.
Ms. Baxter, would you please answer the same question?
Okay. Moving to the 92 South Annex, or the Annex building, maybe wasn't a necessary move to begin with. The church had already offered the property back on Main Street in downtown Woodstock. So I think that maybe we should have taken the free offer of the church. They were going to give us a portion of the church for free. We should have taken it instead of buying 2 more buildings and then renovating another one.
For the second question, would you answer first, please, Ms. Baxter? The City Council in 2011 submitted local legislation to the Cherokee Legislative Delegation to implement term limits for mayor and city council members. Would you support term limits for mayor and city council members? Why or why not? And what do you think terms should be?
We had only just changed the term limits. I'm trying to remember what year it was, but David Rogers was mayor of the city at the time and going to run for another term. And I think the mayor's term limit then was maybe 2 years. So it hasn't been that long ago, maybe 10 years ago, that we upped the term limit for the mayor. I don't know that there's ever been a term limit for council members. I would support it. There should be fresh blood. We should get in maybe 2 terms and then get out, then get back in again if you want to get back in. But yes, I think there should be term limits.
Ms. Collins?
Yes, we had discussed term limits. We discussed anywhere between 4-year terms, 4-year terms, leaving if no one else qualifies, but we do need term limits. We do need fresh blood coming in, and it was obvious in this last, there isn't anybody. I'm the only one in opposition, so we do need the people in the community to get involved in the everyday activities, and we do need the younger generation to see what it's all about. It's not all, they don't volunteer like they used to. So as you look around here, not that everybody's old here, but you guys are, you care more than the younger generation, and we do need term limits, and we do need to encourage our young people to get involved in local, county, city politics.
Ms. Collins, the city recently received complaints about smoking along the sidewalks of the downtown development. Should the city consider banning smoking along public driveways and other public places? Yes or no, and why not?
I'm just not in favor of regulating everything. I just don't see how we can enforce it. I think it should be a common courtesy issue. I'm not a smoker, but I don't think we should tell the smokers they can't smoke on the sidewalks either. I don't think we should spend our police officer or code enforcement, that should be spent all day chasing smokers. I think that's a waste of payroll for those people, and I think you ought to have a right to smoke outside and be considerate. I think it's what we want downtown is tables and chairs for people to sit. And if that's where you smoke, then that's as long as you're considerate to others. I do understand the residents' concerns over they do smell the smoke, but you can't make people be courteous, and you have to. But I just don't think we should be regulating that.
Ms. Baxter?
Yes, I am the perfect one to answer this. I am wearing a patch. That's my suggestion to everybody. Wear a patch. I think that there should be a designated area for smokers. I think that I've always been a courteous smoker and tried to keep it away from anyone else. Right now, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not smoking at all. And this patch is not interfering with anybody's life.
Ms. Baxter, the city of Woodstock last year installed solar panels at the Chambers at City Center, and this year installed the county's electric vehicle charging station in downtown. Your mayor has been quoted as saying the city is leading the pack of doing things that are environmentally correct. Do you feel the city should focus on environmental issues, and if so, what further efforts would you like to implement in that regard?
Yes, I do think that we should move forward with green space, with green everything. I don't know that I would have put the electric car thing in downtown. I'm not sure there's a need for that yet, so I think that maybe, but the other things we're talking to with development, we talk to, when they come in for zoning, we ask them, what is it you do? There's people that even do demolition that are green and recycle most of the things. So, yes.
Ms. Collins, what do you see as the biggest, I beg your pardon?
Well, the electric car charging station, the city didn't pay for. That was a grant. And when the electric cars do become popular next year, when they start coming out, we will be ahead of the game. It's one thing that I think our city manager's done a great job of being proactive instead of reactive, and these are the kind of things that he is looking outside the box, looking for different ways, so we will be prepared. I would like to see more recycling. I would like to see more education in the schools and we do have recycling centers out all over the city, in city parks and city concerts, but I would like to see a big education on recycling and teach our children about recycling, that not to take the earth for granted.
And now, Ms. Collins, for that question that's coming up, what do you see as the biggest challenge or issue in Woodstock today, and how do you plan to address that?
I think our biggest challenge today is going to be the balance of residential and commercial, keeping up with our current commercial that we have and adding more and keeping everything going like it should. Finishing the streetscapes downtown, finishing the interchange, so we can get more jobs to the city of Woodstock. We can get more people shopping downtown and want to a place that they want to be, and the people to move here. We've got a great county, we've got a great school system, we've got great community, county, cities around us, and we just need to keep that momentum going and not to lose what we've got going now. Woodstock is a place that people want to come and shop, and on Saturday night they're downtown eating in restaurants and shopping, and that's the way we want to keep it.
Ms. Baxter?
One of the problems is the traffic, and I think the speed limit being 25 in downtown is maybe an optional thing that we should look at again. The traffic, anytime we have an event in downtown Woodstock, it takes 30 minutes to get from one end to the other, and I think that needs to be addressed. Maybe the lights need to be adjusted. I'm not sure about that, but I think the traffic is definitely one of the problems. The other one is employment in Woodstock, and maybe that's part of the problem with the traffic. If we had more jobs here in Woodstock, the traffic wouldn't back up on 92 and 575 every morning and every afternoon. If we can keep all of our business local, anytime you need to shop or do business with anybody, keep it local. Do everything you can to stay, and the government should do the same thing. The city of Woodstock should try to do everything they can to keep their business in the local, in the Woodstock and the Cherokee County.
Thank you very much, ladies. I appreciate it.